In 2013, we lived in a two-story townhouse. Every night, bedtime was a nightmare. Our kids would run around and go to the bathroom 100 times, and everyone suddenly needed a drink of water. This one night was the first time in my life that all kids went to bed without getting up once. I always slept with some lights on because I have experienced some paranormal stuff years earlier and I just felt safe. This night was so peaceful I decided to turn off the bathroom light and sleep in dark. I put one knee on the bed and in my head I heard a man's voice saying, "This is a calm before the storm." I thought it was a strange thought to have and I dismissed it. My husband came to bed and I was quickly drifting off into a deep sleep when I saw a horrible vision in my eyelids. It was a dark, empty space and there was a skull in the center with bits of flesh on it and maggots were pouring out of every hole. I instantly opened my eyes and at that same moment there was a loud sound at the bottom of the stairs. I could hear a loud and slow footstep coming upstairs. I felt paralyzed with fear. I suddenly felt my husband lift his head and he whispered, "Someone is coming up here." I told him to turn off the lights. "It's coming up here." He was almost to the light switch when I saw something small walk down the hallway from left to right. The only thing at the end of the hallway was a shallow linen closet and my son's room. At the same time, he seemed to sort of collapse onto the wall and just stare. I yelled again, "Turn on the lights." Now I'm jumping out of the bed. He hit the light switch on and ran to our bedroom door to look around, but he was blocking me. I asked him, "What was that?" And he was stuttering and said, "A child." When I tried to leave the room, he kept saying, "It's gone and stay in here." I shoved him out of the way and I ran to my son's room. I began to pray and eventually we went downstairs to talk. We stayed up the entire night. It took him several hours to describe what he saw. He had been standing directly in front of the door and much closer than I was. He said it was about 3 inches taller than the doorknob. It was a very pale white and looked extremely thin. It was wearing a large baggy white t-shirt that went down almost to the knees. The hair was black and cut into a almost shoulder length bob and it wrapped 360-degree around the head. In the morning he left the work and I got the kids ready and dropped them off to school. When I arrived back home, I stepped towards the backsliding glass door and I could hear someone running around the upstairs. It was loud. I could hear this from outside and I didn't even open the door. I opened the glass door and the footstep continued from one room to another. I texted my husband and he said, "Don't go in." What if it was a burglar? I sounded like a person. I didn't want to call 911 because I had this strong feeling that it was the same demonic creature we had the previous night. I just wanted to cross the house and open up all the blinds and allow the light in. I stood there for at least 10 minutes debating what to do and I finally had enough. I felt it was invading my personal space and had no right to be there. I really felt this thing had never been human. I was really nervous because I haven't been to church in years. I suddenly had enough courage to take a few steps inside. I kept praying and when I said something to effect of, "In the name of Jesus, get out now," it was like a gust of energy that came from downstairs around the corner and tried to throw a floor ram down. I was about to run out and decided to stand my ground. I got the curtain open, let the light in, and I called my dad to come over with holy oil and bless the house. He had done this back in 2003 and everything stopped in that apartment. It worked again and we never had another problem there. Everyone noticed that the entire atmosphere in that house changed after the blessing.